They've both shown that they can track the puck pretty well early on here in the first period.
There's a chance trying to throw the puck out in front was Emmanuel, but it was cleared out of danger there by Daw. And now the puck sent down the length of the ice. Back to get it is Cameron Buffett. Buffett takes it back behind his own net into the corner. Now he'll play it back around to the near side for Bell. Bell looking at his options, goes back over to Buffett. Buffett gets it ahead for Canelakos. Canelakos had it knocked off his stick. And now Bell will send it up as far as the line, but Malachi Marner, great job to keep it in. Now it's back with Buffett again. Buffett uses his shaker of salt to get the puck out to Canelakos. Now that was Daw who got it back out to center. Now the Blues coming back up the other way. Here's Emmanuel. Over to Jewett. Jewett puts it off the side of the net, now into the far corner. Able to get possession and send it out into neutral ice there was Elliott Wright. Now back with it is Manning. He plays it ahead there. Canelakos, quick one-touch pass there for Miller. Miller tries to cut through, but too many hitmen in the way. Now Canelakos gets the puck back again. And Canelakos, the answer to a trivia question, who scored the first goal of this tournament? He got the opening goal in the opening game back on Thursday. Now we have a delayed penalty coming up here against the Blues. Butler with the puck. Goaltender out for the extra attacker. Butler trying to see if he can get something going, but he's being chased all the way back by Miller. Now pass ahead there for Luke Marnell. He comes across in the near side. And as Perrier touches the puck, we'll get that penalty call. At 6:47 of the opening period, it's going to be Miller who goes off for a body check.
So the St. John's Hitmen are going to get their first chance at the power play.
And their power play has been very good in this tournament so far. They've been able to pot a couple of big power play goals. Haven't had as many chances as some other teams have, so they're only 2 power play goals, but so few chances that their percentage actually isn't all that bad. But the penalty kill of the Blues has been absolutely phenomenal here in this tournament so far. Here come the Blues out to center as they're on the penalty kill. Millette with the puck. Millette has it knocked away from him. Following up was Emmanuel, but it ended up coming out to center, and then he brought it back into the zone, so that'll be an offside against Bedford with 23 seconds gone in the penalty.
One thing you're going to notice on the ice tonight, Petter, is a lot of green stick tape, a lot of lime green stick tape, and of course that is signifying the 1-year anniversary yesterday of that terrible tragedy up in Humboldt, Saskatchewan. And what a great tribute by these players on the ice tonight who are going to be donning those colors, green, to show their support to the families of those in Humboldt.
And McCarron in particular, not only with the tape on his stick, but he's also got the 2 green and gold stripes on his helmet as well in honor of the Humboldt tragedy. Here's Butler coming through as we near the midway point of this power play for the St. John's Hitmen. Knocked off the puck, though, was Avery, and that'll allow LeBlanc to come up the other way shorthanded. LeBlanc tees it up. Hogan makes the save, and Malachi Marner will pick up and try to make a lead pass there, but it was broken up nicely by Chandler. Now Avery will pick up and take it back out, feeds it to Butler. The Hitmen captain carries the puck to the far wall, tries to get it back to Butler. That's broken up, but the puck rolls right to Knight, who takes the shot, and Andy Knight puts the shot right into the glove of goaltender Jackson Hurley.
And Andrew Knight's got 2 goals so far this tournament. He was looking for another one right there, but Hurley again with a nice glove save, and he's been making those saves all tournament long. But a great chance there on the power play by St. John's.
Luke Marnell will get waved out of the face-off circle, and Elias Marner will come in to take the draw. And with today, of course, also being WrestleMania Sunday, the Hitmen are hoping they can walk with Elias right to a gold medal.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Sorry, I had to do it. I had to do it.
We respect that better.
Here's Parsons with the puck. He brings it in across the blue line. If you're not having fun, what are you doing here, right?
Good point.
Wrapped around the boards. Chandler can't get it out of the zone as Parsons with Elias Marner helping to hold it in. Now Smith trying to get to it in the corner there. It bounces off the wall, and Canelakos will get it out to center. Just 2 seconds left in the penalty. And now Miller comes out of the box, and we are back to 5-on-5. Canalacos for Chandler. Chandler couldn't quite get that puck corralled as he was coming in across the blue line. Now Bell will dump it in, and back to get it will be Jack Marnell. Jack plays it ahead there for Smith. Smith gets knocked down there as he was trying to get past Miller. Smith gets up, gets the puck again, tries to dump it in, but it's knocked down by Millette. And now the Blues will organize in their own zone. Lead pass up for Miller. Here comes Cohen Miller. Miller with the shot, and he scores! An innocent-looking shot, and the tournament's leading scorer gets another one. Cohen Miller with his, are you ready for this? 9th goal and 16th point of the tournament in 4 games and 9 minutes and 21 seconds.
And of course, you can see his eyes lit up when he crossed the blue line. He had the goaltender short side. He had him far side. He chose the short side shot, and it was a great wrister, enough to give Bedford a 1-0 lead here in the gold medal game.
Anybody who can average just under 4 points a game at any level, you know that player is going to be a star. Bond with an assist. The only assist on that one, so it's Cohen Miller from Bond at 9:21 for Miller, again his 16th point of the tournament. 15 points in 4 round-robin games. Here come the Blues again. Coming in, there's a shot, Hogan with the save, and good job on the back check there by Wright to make sure that a second shot doesn't come in onto goaltender Sean Hogan. Pass ahead for Hawko. He gets it up with a quick one-touch pass to McGraw. Down into the Blues zone, picking up there was McCarron while McGraw was right on his back. McCarron plays it off the wall and out to center. Hines able to turn it back up the other way. And now picked up there by Mathers. He'll play it across to the far side. McCarron, his pass up for LeBlanc. LeBlanc goes to play it off the glass. It does stay in play. I thought that was going to go up over the glass. But Alex, one thing about this Bedford team that you're going to notice, and we've all noticed all weekend long, the precision of their tape-to-tape passes better than any other team I've ever seen at the Pee Wee level.
You're exactly right, Petter, and it's quite remarkable when you see players at this age make a 1-2-3 pass, and then the puck is in the offensive zone with enough room. And we just saw it right there on the ice. They brought it back to the defense, they moved it up to the forwards, and they had enough room to have an opportunity there. And we're going to see that tonight throughout the game as well.
Here comes Knight after the turnover, and a big save made by Jackson Hurley. And talking about those fundamentals, that's a real testament to the work of head coach Greg McDonald and assistant coaches Peter McIsaac and Matt Wombold on what they've done to instill those fundamentals in this Blues team.
You're exactly right, and that's creating trust as well between the players. If you know exactly where your teammate is supposed to be and he's there, oh, it just works wonders for morale, which is why Bedford's been able to be such a dominant team all year long.
Here's a chance for the Hitmen as they turn the puck up from their own blue line. Now Brown will play it back to Knight. Knight gets it over to Jack Marnell, excuse me. Marnell plays it ahead. It gets just beyond McCarron, and hustling back to get to it in his own zone there is Mathers. Mathers plays it back over to McCarron. McCarron tries to clear the zone, but it's held in there at least momentarily by McGraw. Now McCarron gets it back and gives to Jewett. Jewett gets it ahead there for Canalacos. Canalacos down into the corner. It's played up the wall. Turned over to Knight momentarily, but Canalacos gets it back again. Now in behind the net, Butler. He has it whacked away from him. And Canalacos in a battle there in the corner. He loses it. Knight gets it to the line and just out. Avery pushes it forward but couldn't go anywhere with it. Now McCarron sends it back the other way. Back out to center. Knight will dump it into the blue zone, and he was just on his own side of center, says the linesman, so that's going to be an icing call with 2:49 left to go here in the first period. If you're just joining us, the Blues 1-0 lead courtesy of the tournament's leading scorer, Cohen Miller.
Oh, he's been incredible, and he's taking the face-off right now for the Blues in an offensive zone opportunity to have 16 points in 5 games. It doesn't matter who you're playing against. If you're playing in your own backyard against your siblings, it's still something special, and he's been able to have an incredible tournament so far.
as the Blues fans right in front of us here getting the wave going. Here's Luke Marnell with the puck. He gets it over to Elias Marner. He sends it over there for Daw. Daw throws it to the high slot. Nobody was there to pick up, but now Malachi Marner comes in, takes a shot, and Hurley able to see that through the traffic and make the save. Now it's pass to Spring Miller. Here comes Miller, trying to get a step on Marner. Miller with a shot, gets the backhander away, but Malachi Marner, great effort on that back check to not allow an A1 type of opportunity. Ended up being a relatively easy backhand shot for Hogan to face. Malachi Marner with a great effort there. Now it's out at center again. Bell will pick up. He'll skate it back, play it over to Buffett. Buffett sends the Coconut Telegraph forward and all the way down into the hitmen zone. Sangster now into the corner. Has it knocked off his stick there by Brown. Or sorry, that's Luke Marnell, excuse me. Now the puck comes to Hines. Hines flips out to center. He'll send it down the length of the ice, and that will just be hard enough for an icing with 1:27 left to go. And Carter Hines, that's another name we're going to use a lot in this tournament. He was named the tournament's top defenseman last night. He was also voted the tournament's best hair.
Was that an official vote?
No.
I didn't get a ballot. That's why I was wondering if that was an official vote or not. But you're right, Petter. I mean, this St. John's team has an incredible defensive lineup. We just saw a great play by Malachi Marner. And, of course, the hair, the flow. Yeah, he's got it on fleek, as the kids said 5 years ago. I don't know what they say nowadays, but I'd screw it up anyway.
It's
Let's
the
just
flow.
say it's got nice hair.
We'll call it the flow.
Sounds good.
And actually, I was talking to his mom earlier. She says, yeah, he just won't let me cut it. Hako goes to send the puck into the blue zone, but it's knocked down at the line there by Manning. Manning able to play it across now to Bond. Bond gets it up to Kanalakos. We're into the final minute here of period number one. Kanalakos brought the puck in, but Leo Jewett just a step in ahead of him. A lot of people watching from all over the place. We want to thank everybody who's tuning in here on 360 Live, or if you're watching on 5 TV, either way, we want to send a special shout out to everyone watching down in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Wow.
The family of Jack Sangster down there watching, and they've been watching all weekend long. We appreciate having them. We've had viewers from Australia. We've had viewers from Florida, all across Canada as well. And wherever you are watching from, we really do appreciate having you along for the ride.
We've even had viewers from St. John's, Newfoundland, and Bedford, Nova Scotia, believe it or not.
Well, yeah, I figured that was a given. So thank you, Captain Obvious, for that one.
No worries, brother. I'm here all day.
With the puck now is Mathers. He'll play it over across there for McCarron. McCarron gets it ahead to Sangster. And the puck just hopped underneath Chandler's stick. I think he thought it was going to hop up a little bit higher off of the ice, and the puck just rolled underneath his stick there. Would have been a great pass otherwise. Butler now getting the puck down into the blue zone, ends up losing an edge as he tried to cut in behind the net. Now Emmanuel will pick up LeBlanc will pick up the puck, and that will do it for the first period. Hard to believe we've already played 15 minutes already. The pace has been so quick. Bedford out shooting St. John's 6-4. And Alex, your thoughts on that first period of play?
Well, I think you nailed it with the first statement you made. You know, it's so exciting to be in a gold medal game here at the Pee Wee AAA Atlantics, but it's even more exciting when they have hockey like this where we can go 5-6 minutes without a whistle. And you're right, the shots are even 6-4 in favor of Bedford so far. They do have a 1-0 lead. I love the speed. I love the defense. It's overall been a really good game so far. What are your thoughts?
No surprise that we've seen the quality of hockey that we've seen from these two teams. I mean, it was a very similar quality of the game yesterday. Yesterday maybe didn't have quite the same intensity because both of these teams already knew they were going to be playing in this one. So it was a little bit of that sort of holding everything close to the vest, not really giving away any trade secrets, as it were. But it was still a lot of speed back and forth, and we're seeing that again today. And I expect more of the same here in period number 2.
Yeah, this next period's going to be big. Of course, you know, you can take things out of the broadcaster's handbook. Next goal is going to be huge, but it really is. You've got a St. John's team that were pressing more and more. Butler's on the ice again. He had a great opportunity late in the first period. 15 minutes of hockey until we get to our first intermission. Where you will be joined by a man by the name of John Simm, I believe.
That's right, John Simm, former NHLer, Stanley Cup champion in 1999, will be joining us during the intermission, so stick around for that. And right now we've got a bit of a trip up there as McCarron lost his footing. Now the puck rolls to Parsons. He'll play it back ahead for Avery. Avery, a little bit of trouble with it. Now he gets it ahead to Knight, and here comes Knight. Knight gets a step on the defense. Here comes Knight coming in, and he scores! Just sliding that puck underneath the pad of Jackson Hurley, and it takes just 29 seconds of period number 2 for the Hitmen to tie it up. Andy Knight with his 3rd goal of the tournament.
Yeah, Knight, that's one of the favorite moves by these young hockey players, is to fake going up top shelf and you bring it towards the goaltender's far side and then slide it right between the legs. And Knight did it perfectly. We saw him with a golden opportunity a little earlier on in the first period. He was able to capitalize on that. You mentioned his 3rd goal of the tournament. He's got 4 points now, 1-1 hockey game, Petter.
And a great pass to get Knight that puck with that much room as well. Got to give a lot of credit there for a perfect pass. Jack Marnell goes to dump it in. And it was Avery who delivered that pass and got the assist on that goal at just 29 seconds of period number 2. So we're all tied up at 1. There's a shot from Bond at the point. It's knocked down by Jack Marnell. He gets it to the wall. Millette knocks it down there. Now it comes out. Buffett plays it across to the far side, brought back into the zone there. Dropped off for Miller, but Miller ends up trying to skate through the player that was Elias Marner, and it's turned over. Now Jack Marnell will dump the puck in deep, go chasing after it himself. Getting to it just ahead of him was Mathers. Out to center. Backing up with it now is Carter Parsons. Parsons plays it ahead there. Avery lets it go through, and it's Bell who will get it. Bell plays it all the way back down into the corner in his own zone. Buffett back around to Bell. Bell now sets it up, and it comes back to Buffett. Buffett works it up the near side wall for Millette. Millette finds Emmanuel. Here comes Emmanuel. Emmanuel forced all the way in behind the net by the outstretched Hines, and then out to the far side wall. Puck gets to the line, held in there by Jewett. Now Parsons will play it around to the near side for Hines. Hines gets it up for Knight. Knight out to center, knocked down immediately by McCarron, who will bring it back in across the blue line. But Kanalakos ended up going in offside as an extra little move there by McCarron. He kind of was forced to make that extra move, but that's what ended up putting William Kanalakos in offside.
Yeah, and a good move by St. John's, pinching up the blue line, forcing him to make that extra move. And you're right, you want to enter as smoothly as possible. But sometimes when the defense has active sticks, you're forced to find alternate routes. Too bad for McCarron that he went a little further back than he wanted, causing his team to go offside.
Brown able to separate Kanalakos from the puck. It's around to the far side. Jewett knocks it down there. Now to Kanalakos. Kanalakos trying to get a shot away. Can't get his stick clean enough. And it goes into the corner for Jewett. 12:24 left to go here, period number 2. Tied up at 1. Brown tried to ring the puck around the boards, but Kanalakos had his stick tied up. Now it comes to McGraw. McGraw not able to get it out. Great effort by Emmanuel to keep the puck just inside the zone. And Kanalakos sends it back in deep to be picked up there by Brown. Brown plays it ahead, comes all the way out to center. Now it's Bond with it there. He'll play it up for LeBlanc. LeBlanc brings it into the zone, but again, we're going to have an offside with 3:05 gone here in the second period. And again, we want to thank everybody tuning in wherever you're watching from, like Randy Noy from Alberton, Prince Edward Island, watching his grandson Xavier Manning as part of Team Bedford, or Team Nova Scotia, as they are the Nova Scotia champions against the champions of Newfoundland Labrador, the St. John's Hitmen. LeBlanc with the puck. Tristan LeBlanc trying to get things set up. Has it roll away from him. Now Knight trying to go far side for Avery. That pass a little too far in front of him, and back to pick up is Mathers. Mathers back to the line. Daw now sent back down low. Avery has it roll away from him, and Mathers will pick back up, give it to the near side defenseman McCarron. Up ahead there for LeBlanc. LeBlanc has it knocked off his stick. Now it's back to LeBlanc, and he's got a little bit of room to skate with it this time. Tristan LeBlanc cutting to the middle. Goes to take the shot. Save made by Hogan. And there to clear the rebound out of danger is Butler. Here comes Butler. Butler goes to play it off the wall, but that's broken up nicely by Mathers. And back down into the St. John's end. Up for Butler again. Butler into the Bedford zone. Has the puck knocked away from him. Now it rolls through to Emmanuel. Or sorry, that's, my apologies, that was Chandler, not Emmanuel. Now Miller with it. Miller takes it all the way back up to the blue line. Goes to take a shot. It goes off Elias Marner down into the corner for Parsons. Parsons plays it ahead, held in at the line there. Then Elias Marner able to get it out. Now Smith will play it ahead for Knight. Or for Wright, excuse me. There's a shot. That goes wide. Elias Marner trying to get to that puck on the near side wall. Smith backing him up. He's able to get it down into the corner for Buffett. Across, and now right back to Buffett again. Buffett plays it back across. Now up the boards. Miller able to get to that puck as we pass the 5-minute mark of this second period. 1-1 the score line between the Blues and the Hitmen for the Atlantic Championship. There's a shot from Miller, save the rebound. Perrier with a glorious opportunity. I don't know how Hogan stopped that one. Now Miller across, they score! Sean Hogan made so many saves in that sequence, but finally the puck rolled free and the Blues are able to regain the lead.
You're right, Petter. I mean, he can only do the split so many times in one sequence. And Ryan Millen with the goal, and he's got his 6th goal of the tournament. He's got 9 points now. And that was all created by a great sequence of play by Cohen Miller, who maintained possession, circled around a little bit, got a couple of big shots off. But man, oh man, a couple big saves for Sean Hogan before that puck did find the way into the net.
As we get confirmation of Millett's goal and confirmation of Miller's assist at 5:26, Hawko ends up bringing the puck in just offside. He tried to hold up, but the puck rolled just beyond the blue line. And for Miller, that's point number 17 on this tournament. And
Not too shabby.
You got to figure Q scouts are already talking about this kid, even though he's still just in Pee Wee. You got to figure anybody putting up these kinds of numbers, there are scouts not only at the next level, but the levels beyond already watching this guy.
Born in 2006, Petter, and that means we just get that much more time to watch him play hockey here in Atlantic Canada.
Selfishly, I kind of hope he chooses the Junior A route so he can go to the NCAA and decides that Pictou County's a good place to play Junior A hockey. I'm just saying.
I wonder why you'd say that.
Just throwing that out there. Puck comes out to center. And back to pick up there is Bond. He plays it across. Now up for Emmanuel. Emmanuel trying to work his way around Parsons. Parsons doing a good job keeping Emmanuel to the outside. Puck sent back in behind the net. Now it comes all the way back to the line for McCarron. McCarron plays it over to Mathers. Mathers with the shot. That goes wide. Now up the near wall. Emmanuel there to knock it down with just over 8 minutes left to go here in the second. McCarron trying to get away from Hawko. Hawko with the active stick knocks the puck out to center. Mathers taking it back. Plays it to some empty space where Chandler goes to pick up. Chandler for LeBlanc. LeBlanc has got Sangster with him. Here comes LeBlanc. LeBlanc elects to shoot. Save made by Hogan. Puck bouncing around. And Hines able to help clear it out of danger. And with Avery, they get it out to center ice, at least momentarily. Now back to Hines again. Up the wall. Good pass for Knight. Knight able to take it. Gets it to Butler. Butler with the nifty little move. But then ends up overskating the puck slightly, and the Blues get it back out to center. Malachi Marner for Jack Marnell. Marnell gives back to Malachi Marner. Marner comes in, takes the shot, had his stick partially blocked, and so that was fairly easy for Hurley to steer aside. Just over 7 minutes left to go here in period number 2. LeBlanc has it knocked off his stick. Sangster brings it in offside as Chandler was well in. So we'll get a stoppage. Shots on goal right now showing 11-6 for the Blues. It feels like we've had a lot more offense than that, but we've had so many blocked shots by the defensemen.
You're right, and another example of that was Butler coming in the zone there. A nice nifty between the legs move with the hockey puck and didn't get a shot off, and it's things like that where St. John's are creating opportunities. They're just not getting the puck on net for whatever reason.
Down into the corner, right there. Wright takes it behind the net. Buffett knocks it off his stick. And it's played up to the wall. Parsons sends it back down low for Smith. Smith into the corner. Played around to the near side now. Buffett, he'll get it ahead. That pass, Miller let it go through, and now it comes to Hines right in front of the Bedford bench. Hines plays it across. Now ahead for Smith. Here comes Smith trying to get around Bell, but Bell does a great job of angling him into the wall, and the Blues get possession, come back out. 6:10 left to go in the second, excuse me. Down into the corner, Miller. Miller throws it towards the front. It comes to Millette. Millette with the shot, and what a save by Sean Hogan. Beautiful save at exactly 6 minutes left to go in this period.
Almost a second a game by Millette, but again, Hogan picked that one out of midair. He's got an active glove, and as a goaltender at this age, you really have to because the size isn't always there yet. But to pick a puck out of the air that was off speed is a big talent and a great save there by the Hitman goaltender.
Avery circles back as he didn't like the angles that were being formed. Now Emmanuel able to steal the puck from him. Emmanuel cuts through a couple of players, but Daw knocks it off of his stick. And now we get Emmanuel taking a bump down in the corner. The Bedford fans don't like that too much, but play allowed to go on. Now Emmanuel gets the puck. Here comes Emmanuel trying to cut through. Couldn't get a shot away as the puck rolled away from him. Down the near wall. Now Kanalakos plays it off the boards. Puck picked up by Jewett. He tries to spin and fire, but ended up losing his footing in the process. And Knight gives to Butler as the Hitmen bring it back up the other way. Now Butler gets tripped up, and they're going to call a penalty on that one. And Emmanuel a little bit frustrated that he took a hit that didn't get called, and then ends up taking a penalty for tripping up the captain of the St. John's Hitmen.
When it comes to St. John, they had a lot of power plays the last time they played the Bedford Blues. They had 3 in total, I believe. And, of course, losing 4-1, you can say that they didn't capitalize on all of the attempts they could. If they did, it would have been a tie game. But another big opportunity here, and, of course, they've had time to retool that power play and see if they can tie the game up as they've got 2 minutes here with the man advantage.
As we've got the coach of the Blues talking with the officials, questioning the non-call of the check in the corner. And now both teams making some changes. The Hitmen making a full 5-man change while the Blues change up just their defensemen, putting Mathers and McCarron out there for the penalty kill. LeBlanc wins the puck into the corner. Mathers will play it around to the near side for McCarron. Chandler also in there, and Chandler will help get it down the length of the ice. Back to pick up is Malachi Marner. Marner gives to Avery. Avery couldn't take that pass cleanly, however, and as he was trying to find it in his feet, LeBlanc created the turnover and dumped it in. Comes all the way around the boards to the near side, picked up there by Butler. For Marner. To Avery. Tried to get it back to Butler. Chandler was there, got a piece of the puck, but Butler's still able to pick up. Now brings it into the zone. Butler trying to go across crease. It goes off the side of the net. And played out to center. Back to get it will be Carter Hines. Hines plays it ahead. Now into the zone. Here comes Avery, but Butler was just a step offside, says the linesman. 1:09 left to go here in the Power play for the Hitmen, 4:16 left to go in period number 2.
And we are sitting right behind the Bedford fans, so we can clearly hear when they're upset with a call. The fans from Newfoundland are a little while down the rink there, and they were a little upset with that offside call.
Blues get the puck down as far as the Hitmen zone. Hines picks up, long lead pass there, and then a quick one-touch from Knight to Avery. Avery leaves it for Knight. Now the puck rolls towards the middle of the ice and out to center. Hines will pick up again. 45 seconds left in the man advantage. Played across there for Jack Marnell. Marnell played it ahead. It came back to him. Now Marnell again. Avery gets it to Butler. Butler has it knocked off his stick. Nice little poke play there by McCarron. Now across to the far side. Jack Marnell with the shot. Puck came through. I don't think Hurley had any idea where it was. And now it's out to center. Out come the Blues, 2-on-1. Miller with the puck. Takes the shot and scores!
That is Miller's second shorthanded goal so far this tournament. And he's got 10 goals now, Petter.
This just in, Cohen Miller can play hockey.
That was a huge goal. You know, they were down a man. Miller made a big play. There was a missed call in the offensive zone that would have sent the Blues on the power play. But Miller didn't worry about that. He went down the ice and he had a nice snipe shot for his second shorthanded goal of the tournament. Petter, it's 3-1.
And give Hogan full credit. He had a lot of that net blocked. There was very little space to shoot for, but Miller was able to find it. And
You're right.
And then at the other end, we get a save by Jackson Hurley. 4 seconds still left on the penalty to Cameron Emmanuel. They gave Mathers an assist on that goal by Miller, so it's Miller from Mathers, shorthanded at 11:40. Puck sent down the length of the ice. Icing gets waved off. Played around to Luke Marnell. He tries to push it forward. It goes off a Bedford player right to Daw. Daw gets it into the Bedford zone. 2:44 left to go here in the second period. The Blues lead it by 2. Emmanuel dumps the puck in. Back to get it is McGraw. McGraw gets there just ahead of Kanalakos, but Kanalakos with the active stick helps to create a turnover, at least momentarily. Then Marnell gets it back out to center. Dumped back in again, but he ends up, I believe that was Mathers who went to dump it, or that was Bell rather, who went to dump it back in, and it went right off of a Bedford player, so that's an offside.
2:24 left to go in here the second period. We've got a 3-1 lead right now. Shots 13-9, but of course the offense has been a lot more prevalent than that shot count will lead you to believe.
Buffett trying to get to the puck, but Bell actually ends up getting it instead for the Blues. He'll play it around to the near side for Buffett. Up ahead, and Sangster gets it out to LeBlanc. LeBlanc has it rolled away from him. Elias Marner turning it back up the other way. Now Bell taking it back. LeBlanc up for Sangster, or up for Chandler rather. Chandler plays it across to the near side. Sangster sends it behind the net. Parsons now will work it up the wall, held in by Bell. Puck sitting there just inside the blue line, now finally gathered up by Buffett, and the son of a sailor sends it down into the corner. I've used a bunch of them so far this weekend, believe me. LeBlanc now plays it back to the king of the Margaritaville Empire, who takes the shot. It's deflected away by Smith. Now it's into the feet of Hines. Smith finds it, gets it back to Buffett. Across. No, tried the tic-tac-toe passing play, but a hitman stick got in the way, and now Hines will pick up the puck. Carter Hines trying to alleviate the pressure. Plays it up the wall, gets to the line, not out. Bell keeps it in, back to Buffett again. Buffett with the shot, and now Hogan will alleviate the pressure by covering up and hanging on for a face-off. 57.6 seconds left to go. And for the record, Cameron Buffett, I was talking to his dad earlier this weekend, distantly related, but related nonetheless to the one, the only, the great king of the Parrot Heads, Jimmy Buffett. So I'm not just throwing
I don't
references
even
out
know what to
willy-nilly.
say. I love the references.
They're not just thrown out there willy-nilly. There is a distant but a relation nonetheless. Jack Marnell down in the corner plays it up the wall, out to center, and I will admit it, I am one of the biggest Parrot heads going, so that's why it's been a big thing for me this weekend. Here with it now is Miller. Miller takes it down behind the net, throws it in front, and Hogan able to get on that one. I think it went off the skate of Perrier. And now Butler will pick up. He gets it ahead to Avery. Avery for Knight. Knight had that puck, but he overskated it slightly, thanks in part to the disruption by the defensemen, both McCarron and Mathers. Now Knight trying to get in behind the defense again as Avery brings the puck up. Avery couldn't find a passing lane to get it through to Knight, who was behind the defense, so he carries it all the way in instead, and that will do it for period number 2. 15-9 the shots on goal after 30 minutes, but the big story, the Blues, with the 3-1 lead over the St. John's Hitmen, the captain, or the champions of Nova Scotia leading the champions of Newfoundland and Labrador after the first 2 periods.
Yeah, and I mean, it's been a really nice game, a lot of fast hockey, some great saves as well, and both defensive ends of the ice. The defensive play has been incredible by both teams. Otherwise, this could have been a lot higher margin. One player that I think is gotta get a little bit luckier is Butler, because he's doing everything on the ice for St. John's to make scoring opportunities happen. But of course, Jackson Hurley is playing great in net. Petter, I love the pace. We're about to get the final period underway in just over 14 minutes of this Pee Wee AAA Atlantic tournament.
It has been an absolutely fantastic tournament, and again, I want to send a big thank you to everybody who's watching, including the big watching party in London, Ontario. Got to send you guys a shout out as well. Spencer Mathers Fan Club, as they call themselves out there in London, watching the game there. And we are expecting to have John Simm join us here, although I would understand if John Simm didn't show up because, of course, his son Lane ended up winning a bronze medal earlier today. So we'll keep filling a little bit of time here while we wait for John to show up. We'll give you an update on what else is going on around the Atlantic Championships that are taking place throughout the region today. We'll start with the Bantam male, and the bronze medal game that was played a little earlier today in Upper Tantallon. The Gulls, the host team, they were also the Nova Scotia champions, won the bronze medal by beating the Dieppe Flyers 4-3. The gold medal game is underway now in Upper Tantallon. Excel Physio taking on Central Attack of Prince Edward Island. No word as of right now as to what's going on in that one. One that's being paid a lot of attention to here in the Pictou County area was the gold medal game of the Bantam AAA female Atlantics. And congratulations going out to the New Brunswick East Bantam Rockets, who beat the Fundy Highland Subway Selects. Fundy Highland, of course, play out of the northern Nova Scotia region. They're based out of here in Pictou County, but they draw from a much larger area. The Rockets winning that one 1-0. Earlier in the day, the Western Wind of Prince Edward Island won the bronze medal, beating the host Trypan Ice by a score of 4-2. In the major midgets, they don't play a bronze medal game in that one. They just play for the gold, and that game also got going at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Kensington Wild and Halifax Max playing for the right to go to Thunder Bay to play in the TELUS Cup, and we're looking for an update on that one. And also earlier today, the Western Wind, who we mentioned were the winners of the female Bantam Atlantics, they were all, or female Bantam Atlantic Bronze. They were also winners of the midget female Atlantic Bronze, as they beat the Eastern Icebreakers of Newfoundland Labrador by a score of 3-1. The gold medal game in that tournament, which will also send the winner to the Esso Cup in Sudbury, Station 6 out of the Halifax area, taking on the Northern Lightning out of the Bathurst area. And that gold medal game should be wrapping up shortly. We'll get you an update on that one when we can. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with John Simm in just a moment. You are watching the 2019 Pee Wee AAA Atlantic Hockey Championships here on 360 Live and on 5 TV. Okay. And welcome back to Pictou County, the beautiful wellness center here in Pictou County. I'm joined by John Simm, formerly of the Dallas Stars, the New York Islanders, and several other teams that I can't all remember off the top of my head at the moment, and the 1999 Stanley Cup champion as well. John, first off, thanks for joining us.
Oh, geez, thanks for having me, Mike. You do a great job on the air, so I'm a pleasure to be here, man.
Now, first off, I have to say congratulations as well to your son Lane being part of the bronze medal winning team earlier today with a victory against Kings County. Let's talk a little bit about that game itself before we get into this one.
Yeah, no, it was a great game. I thought the kids played hard. They were working hard, and they did look like they got better as the tournament went on. So it was a good day for them.
Now this game here, we've seen the Bedford Blues continue to be dominant. They've got maybe the most speed and the best fundamentals that I've seen in a team in the Pee Wee level in a long, long time.
Yeah, they're moving the puck really well, like from the puck possession that they have, and they have some really good players that are putting numbers up, and they're a very balanced team, and at this level, balance and consistency wins.
Let's go back to your experience as a player, because you did travel around quite a bit. You played on a few different teams, but I want to go back to that 1999 year with the Dallas Stars and being able to say for the rest of your life that you are a Stanley Cup champion.
Yeah, I mean, I was a young lad then. I was 21 years old, and I was put in a situation where I was able to succeed, and I didn't play a whole lot, but to be around the guys like Mike Modano, Joe Nieuwendyk, Guy Carbonneau, Craig Ludwig, Ed Belfour as our goalie. I mean, I learned so much that year, and I took it through my 15-year career, and the experiences I had were fantastic. And Ken Hitchcock is a good friend now, and what he was teaching, I try to take it into my coaching now as well.
And then the very next year, something really special, two guys from Pictou County playing in a Stanley Cup final against each other. Of course, you ended up coming out on the losing end against Colin White, but how special is it to have two guys growing up in the same place, playing with each other all the way along, that handshake after the last game of the Stanley Cup final?
Well, that's a real special thing. I mean, Colin and I grew up together. We were good friends, and to go through the experience like we did, someone had to win, someone had to lose, like always. But that was a mixed emotions for me. I was very proud of Colin, but on the same side, it was devastating. And what we did, and we talked all the way through the playoffs that year, and then all of a sudden we stopped during the finals. And I went to a Stanley Cup party that year. Like I said, I was very proud of them, and those experiences with two kids from a small town. Maybe it will never happen again. Maybe it will. Hopefully it does, because the experience was awesome. And
now you mentioned your coaching. How much of your playing experience comes into what you do as a coach, and how much of your previous coaches that you had comes into your coaching?
Oh, so much. I mean, I reached out to Ken Hitchcock this year with different things, parts of the game that I felt our team needed some help, and I reached out to Ken and different coaches that coach me, and they're quick to get back to you and help you along the way. So every little bit helps. Coaching's hard. It's very rewarding, but it is very hard to coach, and I love it. I'm having a great time with it.
Now, this past year, of course, you coached our local Major Bantam team, the Warewell Major Bantam Bombers. You had your son on that team, Landon, and talk about finding that balance between being dad and being coach when you've got your own son on your team.
I just did a coaching seminar about coaching your own kid. It is hard to coach your own kid, especially at high levels, but Landon and I relationship, once you get to the rink, he wanted to be treated as every other player, and I had the balance of that, and it's great. It's a great opportunity for myself to be able to be on the ice, coaching your kids. I love the opportunity to do that, and when I coach my kids, they know they're under the knife. So you know what, be good. Be responsible and do things the right way.
One last thing I want to ask you about turning around and seeing your jersey up there. We've got Colin Whites, we've got Derek Walzers, we've got Lowell McDonald, a Bill Masterton Trophy winner. How special is it to have that jersey up there with those other guys? And then, of course, we got to mention as well our former Crusher captain, Kevin McLean, and how great a guy he is.
Yeah, no, I think when the town really did that, it was a very special night. To have your jersey up in any rink, in any place, it's an honor. And I'm here a lot at the Wellness Center. It's a great place, and I tend to look up there and see my jersey. It brings back a lot of memories, and I'm just happy to be able to give back to like I do, and it's a big honor.
Well, we'll let you go, John, and enjoy the bronze medal victory for your son and his team, and please extend to him and the rest of the team our congratulations. John Simm, 1999 Stanley Cup champion, 15-year NHLer. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks a lot, Mike. You do a great job, man.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back to get you ready for the third period of the gold medal game, the 2019 Pee Wee AAA Atlantic Hockey Championships, here on 360 Live and 5 TV. Thanks, John.
Awesome.
Thank you. I'd love to come back and, as long as I'm not working there day after day after day, I'd love to come back every now and then. Exactly. So how was that?
Hitting really good.
Yeah.
Yep, you look nice on the air. Little bit, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
You gotta grow it all the way out, right?
Well, when I had it as the red and blue there, I didn't want to keep that, right? So had to get rid of that part.
That's true, I guess. You kinda gotta restart.
Yeah. Welcome back as we get ready for the third period here between the Bedford Blues, the champions of the province of Nova Scotia, taking on the St. John's Hitmen, the champions of the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. And no big surprise, it's a pretty close game, 3-1 right now in favor of the Blues. Alex, I'm going to put you in the shoes of head coach Ryan Brewer and assistant coach John Call of the Hitmen. What are you saying to your boys right now?
Well, you just keeping the momentum up, and keeping their positive attitudes going into the third period. You got to let them know they can win, and they are still in this game. And that has to be the mentality that the players have when they go on the ice. When it comes to getting back in it, you've only got 9 shots over the first 2 periods. That's not going to be enough to beat Jackson Hurley 4 times, which is how much you need to beat him for the win. 3 more goals on him. You're up 4-3. Get the shots going. I'm a big fan of the outside shots. Try to get a rebound off the pad. Crash the crease from the opposite direction with your stick on the ice, and anything can happen. Petter, I'm going to flip the script on you. You're in the room with Greg McDonald, Peter McIsaac, and Wemble. What are you saying to your players right now before they come on the ice?
Biggest thing I'm saying is, guys, just keep doing what you've been doing. You have put up 31 goals in the first 4 games and 2 periods. You've only given up 6 goals in the first 4 games and 2 periods. Stick to the game plan. The biggest thing right now, keep playing the way you've been playing and don't get complacent. Don't think because you've only got 15 minutes left that gold medal is yours yet. You still have to keep working. You still have to go right to the final buzzer because you know that those guys in black are going to be doing the same thing.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Petter. And when it does come to getting ready for the third period, these two teams are going to hit the ice, and this is going to be the best hockey they're going to play all year long. 15 minutes to decide a Pee Wee AAA Atlantics championship, and it all starts right now.
And with the puck there is McCarron after the Blues won the draw back. Out to neutral ice. Millette having a little trouble settling it down. He finally does. Gets it to Perrier, who plays it back there to Mathers. Now it's back over to Perrier again. He gets it up for Miller. Miller leaves it. Perrier will pick up, bring it in, tries to get the shot away, but his stick was tangled up just a little bit, and that's going to end up resulting in a penalty against the Hitmen. They're going to call it a hook, and Butler's going, who, me? And it wasn't Butler. It's going to be Knight who's going to go off for this one. So the Blues get there, hard to believe, but their first power play of this game, 25 seconds into period number 3, and that just shows how well these teams have played cleanliness-wise in this game.
You're exactly right, Petter, and St. John's can use this as a momentum builder, especially if they can kill this off. I mean, momentum swings so easily in hockey games.
There's a chance on that power play by Millette. He takes the shot, and Hogan another big save. Now Mathers with the puck. Mathers gets it across to the far side. Now a centering pass, and what a save by Sean Hogan. Sean Hogan coming up huge. He had to go back and forth across the crease a couple of times before he made that save.
That looked like a soccer keeper save where he just kind of slid and caught it in his chest. That was a good save, but great passing again from Bedford in the offensive zone, creating those opportunities where they could get a clean shot off without any defensive interference.
Pass back to the point, but that gets disrupted, and now Elias Marner out at center ice. He ends up tripping up, but the Hitmen are able to get the puck down the length of the ice. 1:26 left to go in the man advantage for Bedford as they look to extend on this 2-goal lead. Pass ahead, picked up by Miller. Miller will bring it into the zone. Miller with 2 goals already today. Cuts in, tries to go short side on Hogan, but Hogan saying no dice. He keeps that pad down and hangs on for another faceoff.
Again, you've got the puck on number 7 stick, and that's exactly where you want it. He's got a pair today already, and when he cuts wide like that, a great defensive play. You've got to give it to Hines for keeping him to the outside and making him take a sharp angle shot.
Puck comes to the near side. Smith back to get it. He'll play it back to his defenseman, and that will be sent down the length of the ice there by Parsons. Puck all the way down deep into the blue zone, picked up there by Bond. He'll get it ahead for Chandler. Chandler loses his footing, but is able to make the pass through to Sangster. Sangster across to LeBlanc. LeBlanc stops, now backs up, changes direction again to head down low. Working back up the far wall, now comes all the way across to the near side. Chandler will pick up after it comes off the side boards. Back down into the corner to Chandler. Try to get it to LeBlanc back door, but the pass just a hair off target. Another shot. Hogan steers that one into the corner. LeBlanc there to pick up. 24 seconds left in the man advantage. Back to the line for Manning. Manning gets it over to Bond. Bond goes cross ice for Chandler, but it was just a little bit onto the backhand side, so he couldn't get a shot away. Now Bond, near wall, skates it down, tries to go across again, gets to Chandler. His shot blocked by Hines. Puck back down into the corner. Chandler picks up, tries to get it in front for LeBlanc. His stick was lifted. We're back to 5-on-5. Sangster able to hold the line. Sangster takes a backhand shot. It goes wide, picked up there by Chandler. Chandler trying to throw it in front, but Hines there to knock that pass down. Now it goes over to LeBlanc in the corner. LeBlanc trying to get away from the pressure of Butler. LeBlanc still on it. Now he plays it back to the line for Buffett. Buffett sends it towards the middle. There's a turn and fire. Big chance there. But again, steering that one aside is Hogan. Now out in front, trying to get it to Sangster, but that's broken up, and now Butler will pick up and bring it out. He ends up losing it. Smith gets it, though, tries to make a long lead pass to Knight, but Buffett steps up and intercepts that one. There's a shot that goes off the end boards, and covering up is Hogan. But how about that play by Cameron Buffett stepping up and intercepting that pass when they were trying to spring Andy Knight for another breakaway?
Yeah, it was a great play, and of course, it was all about awareness. He knew where he was on the ice, and he knew what he needed to do with the puck to keep the play alive and to keep them moving. But that power play was amazing. I mean, the passing, the needles that were threaded through the crease and through the zones, they just weren't able to get a stick on it when it mattered the most. But you also got to credit Hines and the other defensemen out there for the St. John's Hitmen. They were on the ice for a long time.
They were, but they were able to keep things to the outside for the most part, and so the shots for the most part, again, not too dangerous there on Sean Hogan. Picked up here by Malachi Marner. He gets it ahead to Hawko. Hawko brings it into the zone. Hawko using that big frame of his to protect the puck. Now the puck comes to the line. Brown couldn't get to it. Kanalakos does, and it's sent down into the blue zone. Played around to the near side there. Manning, he gets it ahead for Jewett. Jewett looking for options. Then he just plays the puck down the ice as Hawko was about to pick his pocket, and that'll be an icing with 10:43 left to go here in the third period.
It was an awkward play there when the St. John's player went into the boards. It was Jacob McGraw, and he fell awkwardly twice after getting a stick in the helmet, and it didn't seem like it was on purpose. Of course it wasn't, but afterwards he's been holding his head going the way to the bench and seemed visibly agitated.
McCarron with the puck there. That's something we'll have to keep an eye on, is McGraw and how he's doing in any future shifts. Marner pinched in from the point, and the puck ends up getting past him, and hustling back to get to it is Avery as he's got Miller right on his heels. Along the near side wall there. Picked up there now by Marner. Malachi Marner carries it all the way out to center, then loses it to Mathers. Perrier there as well as Millette. Millette will dump it back in. And Marner will go back and pick up, but he's got Perrier right on him. I don't think Marner knew that Perrier was coming in. And the Hitmen able to maintain possession, but not able to clear the zone. Perrier now with the pass for LeBlanc. LeBlanc couldn't take it cleanly, and Butler will come out the other way. Butler still with the puck, down below the goal line, in behind the net. And coming back to help out for the Blues there was Chandler, but Butler's still on it. Butler gets it down to Avery. He couldn't get a shot away, but now Parsons will send it back down the wall. Knight in the corner. McCarron gets it away from him. McCarron will pick up speed as he comes out. 5:40 gone in the third period. LeBlanc flips it in right onto Hogan. Hogan will cover it up as he had a couple of Blues in the neighborhood, so he'll hang on for the face-off. 9:12 remaining here in this gold medal game at the 2019 Atlantic Pee Wee AAA Championships.
Bedford's doing a great job forcing the issue. I mean, when it comes to St. John's, it's been almost 6 minutes into the third period, and they still don't have a shot. And I don't even think they've been able to gain possession in the offensive zone yet. So a good start to this period by Bedford, not allowing St. John's to get anything going.
And really is a 200-foot defensive philosophy of pressuring the puck wherever it is, whoever it is for the Hitman who has it. If it's a player with a black jersey carrying the puck, there's going to be a white jersey on him in very short order. Out at center ice, Elias Marner takes a bit of a bump. Now the puck squirts loose, and Jewett will send it in deep. Back to get it will be Parsons, and Kanalakos is in there on the forecheck. The pass ahead, intended for Smith, but it was a little bit out of his reach, and the Hitmen forced back in deep into their own zone yet again. Hines into the corner, trying to get on that puck. There's 2 or 3 or 4 players even in there battling for it. Now it comes loose and out to Smith. Smith plays it out to center. Buffett is there. He'll play it back ahead. Kanalakos ends up giving the linesman a bump, then tries to play the puck down low, and he hit the linesman with it. Buffett back into his own zone to pick it up. He'll play it around to Bell. Bell will send it back to Buffett. Up to Perrier. Ahead for Miller. And that's going to be an offside. And the king of the land sharks, I mean the ice sharks, Cameron Buffett with a nice head pass there, right onto the stick. Yeah, I got a million of them. I'm going deep cuts with the Jimmy Buffett references. I'll keep it going too.
On a positive note as well, if you don't feel good after those Jimmy Buffett references, where you should, because of course the man is a figure of happiness. McGraw is back on the ice, and he looks fine.
That's good to hear for sure. That's an icing call against the Blues as we reach 1 second shy of the midway point. And, of course, like I say, he is distantly related to Cameron Buffett, so I would love to know that Cousin Jimmy is watching. Cousin Jimmy, by all means, if you are watching, send us a tweet at AAA Athletics. You would make my life.
He's going to break out the Kleenex box, the elastic bands, and play some tunes after the game.
Puck down in the corner, centering pass. Goes off of Avery, comes to the point. Shot taken from the point there by Marnell, excuse me. And Carter Hines, he does this weird thing where he rubs the back of his stick against his shin pad during every stoppage in play. It's, every hockey player has their weird little idiosyncrasies, but if you watch Hines, every single stoppage, he'll rub the back side of his stick against his shin pad.
If you're not too sure how to pick out Hines on your television screen, he's the guy with the long hair, number 22.
That's right. The one, as we mentioned earlier, voted best hair in the tournament. Here's Millette getting on the puck. Gets it to the line, but not out. Avery ends up carrying it out, and there's Hines with the puck now. Hines taking it back as he's being watched there by Millette. Hines now able to get the pass ahead for Knight. Knight gets it through to Butler, and here comes Butler. Butler has it roll off his stick, able to get back onto it, then makes a nifty little move to keep control while he's got a couple of Blues watching him. Now back for Knight, but Knight fans on his shot, and that allows Perrier to get it to Millette. Millette gains the red line, dumps the puck in, and back to pick up will be Jack Marnell. 6:20 left to go. Marnell brings the puck right up in front of his own net, but he's able to get away with it as he collided with a Blues player. Puck ended up coming loose, but the Hitmen still had it and got it out as far as the Blues blue line. Now Daw will go back and pick up in his own zone with Chandler forechecking. Here's Malachi Marner. He gets it ahead and out to center. Elias Marner got a stick on it momentarily. Now Marner gets it back again. That's Elias. As mentioned, Elias and Malachi, twin brothers. You've got Jack and Luke Marnell. Those guys are cousins on the Hitmen. And there's a nice little poke check by Marner, Malachi, but the puck ended up going right to Manning. Now Malachi Marner plays it again. It's out to center, Manning with it. He sends it back in, and Malachi Marner will have to go back and pick up. I don't know which one's the older twin out of Malachi and Elias, but I'm sure that's quite the topic of conversation from time to time. I'm the older brother. Therefore, I have all the power. Of course, Elias is a forward and Malachi a defenseman. Puck dumped in there by, that was Jewett. Now it comes to the line. Bell will send it back in deep into the far side. There's Luke Marnell up to Hawko. Now the puck comes back to Brown. He gets it up to Hawko. Hawko plays it up the boards to Buffett. Buffett carrying back up the other way. Here comes Buffett. Makes the pass across, over, and what a shot by Jewett. Top shelf where Mama hides the cookies, or Grandma hides the cookies. Sorry about that.
What a goal by Leo Jewett. That's his second goal in the tournament, his fourth point, and none bigger as this comes within the final 5 minutes of the third period of the gold medal game for the Pee Wee AAA Athletics, giving the Bedford Blues a 4-1 advantage.
And changes in latitudes, changes in attitudes for Cameron Buffett. He gets an assist on that goal as well. That's right, I went there. Puck sent down all the way into the Blues zone. Buffett picks up. They didn't give Buffett an assist. He made the initial pass. He should have gotten the second assist on that one. He's getting it on my sheet. But the goal for Jewett makes it now a 4-1 game. Pass a little bit too far in front of Millette. It's picked up by Hines. He's taking it back into his own zone, off the glass, out to center. Luke Marnell picks up there. He had McGraw ahead of him, but chose to carry up himself. Marnell went to drop it off for McGraw. That's broken up by Millette and set down the length of the ice. 3:35 left to go. With the icing call against the Blues.
3 minutes left to go in the game, Petter, and I've brought up a list of Jimmy Buffett songs just in case you try to cheat your way through another reference. Maybe you're inventing songs that I've never heard before.
No. Like I said, I'm going deep cuts, but they're all genuine Jimmy hits. Well, genuine Jimmy songs anyway. He didn't have much in the way of hits when it came to radio play, at least not up here. The underappreciated Jimmy Buffett. Here's Emmanuel with a move. What a move by Emmanuel coming in and able to cut down the angle and force that puck wide was Hogan. What a glorious chance there for Cameron Emmanuel. Puck played up the wall. Butler picks up now. Butler brings it in. Has it knocked off his stick by LeBlanc. Turning is McCarron. Under 3 minutes left to go. Chandler plays it ahead. That's intercepted there by Jack Marnell. Down into the Bedford zone. McCarron plays it back up the wall to Chandler. Chandler sends it back behind the net. McCarron back all the way around to the near side. And Chandler gets it out to center. LeBlanc hustling onto that puck, but Hines got there just ahead of him. Now here comes Hines. Hines into the zone, but just in offside was Butler with 2:25 left to go. And the Blues, with what is now, at this point, with this much time left, a commanding 4-1 lead.
And they're using their defense to throw them offside. It's great positioning, forcing them to make quick decisions. Butler tried to jump that one. And it's quite amazing that this Bedford Blues team has not allowed a shot so far in the third period.
That is absolutely incredible. And just saw a tweet from Terry Ryan, Uncle Terry and Aunt Maxine watching in Germany. So thanks to you guys watching in Germany. I know we got people watching down in South Carolina. Perhaps we've got people watching all along the Pascagoula Run. There's another Buffett song reference for you there.
I missed that one. But the folks watching Cameron Emmanuel, he just had an incredible rush there. He was looking for a goal, and he took the puck around 3 or 4 defensemen as we see the wave started yet again. It's only one wave. It's only one wave. So they got to hit it, and if they miss it, they got to wait.
Yeah. It's the Blues section sitting literally right in front of us here from our broadcast position at the beautiful Pictou County Wellness Center. The Hitmen took their time out, talking things over, trying to set things up, and there you see Hines rubbing the back of his stick, the backside tape of his stick on the shin pads. He does that every stoppage in play. It's almost mesmerizing to watch him do that because it's every single time. Hines with the puck there. Now a return pass, but it's a little bit off target, and Hogan has to steer the puck over into the corner. Hines gives, and now ahead, that pass for Elias Marner, a little bit off target. Icing gets waved off. McCarron hustling back to get on, or Manning rather, hustling back to get onto it. He gets it up the wall to Millette. Played to the line, held in there by Jack Marnell. Back down the wall. Blues get possession and get it out with under 2 minutes left to go. Perrier will dump the puck in. Net is empty for the extra attacker for the Hitmen as they're trailing by 3. And hey, why not? Take your shot at it. Here's Miller with the puck now. Throws it in front. That one's cleared out of danger. And the Hitmen will get it out to center ice. Here comes Butler. He's got Hawko right with him. Butler takes the shot. Save made by Hurley. with 1:18 left to go. 78 seconds between the Blues and their championship. And you got to think, yes, indeed, Arden Vona Smith, come Monday, these Blues will be feeling pretty good.
And you know, all these players should be feeling really good. To be able to compete at this high a level in a situation like this, battling for a medal, it's an extraordinary thing, and it doesn't happen very often in your lifetime.
Knight gets it out in front. The puck squirts all the way through to Avery. He couldn't get a shot away. Kanalakos had his stick tied up, and the puck out to center. Hines back to pick up. We're into the final minute. Butler now with it. Butler carries it ahead. Butler brings it in across the blue line. He ends up running in to the defense. Now Knight with the puck. He takes the shot. It's knocked down in front. Into the far corner, Marnell. Luke Marnell has McCarron on him. Battling in the corner. Puck squirts loose. It comes to Knight. Knight gets it out in front, tries to take a shot, and it's covered up there by Hurley. 29.2 seconds left to go.
And the Bedford Blues, they were here a year ago. They did not get this result, but they're back again here in 2019. And the Bedford fans have a little over 30 seconds to go until they get to witness their kids, their grandchildren, their brothers, their sisters do something that is so hard to do in minor hockey, and that is win an Atlantic championship.
So the Blues taking their timeout this time, just going over defensive assignments, making sure everybody understands exactly what needs to be done. 29.2 seconds left to go, not getting ahead of themselves. The scoreline yesterday was 4-1. The scoreline right now is 4-1. You put all of the games together for the Bedford Blues and their goal margin, 32-6, yes, in 5 games. That's 6.4 to 1 average over the 6.4 to 1.2 average over those 5 games to earn themselves this Atlantic Championship. Puck back out to center, played back to Hines, and we'll just let the Bedford fans finish this one off. Here's Miller with the puck. Miller coming back in. Save made by Hogan. We'll let the Bedford fans finish off the last 6 seconds. And there you have it. The Bedford Blues are your 2019 Pee Wee AAA Atlantic champions. But let's give full credit to the silver medalists, the St. John's Hitmen. A great effort, a great tournament. They have plenty to be proud of. They might not feel it now, but in years to come, they will be very proud of these silver medals.
They played their hearts out on the ice better. They worked as a team, and they came into tonight's game with a tall task ahead of them, knowing these statistics that the Bedford Blues were bringing in to a game like tonight, and they played their hearts out, and they gave these Bedford Blues a run for their money twice in the last 24 hours. And on the other side, you've got jubilation for a lot of these kids who are experiencing the greatest moment of their life so far, and that is winning a Atlantic championship here as the home team, Team Nova Scotia.
And now the Blues players giving their fans an appreciative applause. And we'll get the handshakes and we'll get the presentations of the players of the game and the gold medals and silver medals coming up. Let's talk about players of the game. I know we're not involved directly in the choosing, but who would you be looking at right now for players of the game? Let's start with the Hitmen.
Well, with the Hitmen, they had a lot of great players on the ice tonight. A lot of players like to move the puck. But my player of the game is going to be Carter Hines. I felt like every single pass he made was on the tape. He made good decisions on the defensive end. Of course, he didn't come on the winning side of things today, but I think his defensive play speaks for itself. Petter, how about yourself?
You know, I would find a hard time disagreeing with that pick at all. Another guy that I really liked the way he played, not only today but all tournament long, Andy Knight. Of course, he did have the only goal for the Hitmen. Another one that I really liked as well was Jack Marnell on the blue line. I thought he had a really good game on the blue line, moved the puck well, made some really nice defensive plays as well. And Matt Butler, who also moved the puck incredibly well throughout the course of this game. He gets named as the player of the game. Nothing wrong with that choice either.
No, not at all.
Let's talk about the player of the game for the Blues. I know who you and I both probably are thinking of. Number 7,
I
Cohen
feel like
Miller.
that was both of our choices anyway.
Absolutely, yeah. What can you say about Cohen Miller finishing with 17 points in 5 games? With 18 points in 5 games. He was the tournament MVP. He was the leading scorer in the tournament. And this young man has a very bright future ahead of him in the game.
Exactly, Peter. Every time he was on the ice, he lifted his teammates up to a level where they would not have been without him being on the ice. And that's really the definition of a star player. And for you to put up that amount of points in a tournament that's so short is remarkable. And I'm sure we're going to be hearing his name for a long time coming here in Atlantic, Canada, and beyond.
And now it's going to be the presentation of the silver medals, and the St. John's Hitmen, starting with the goaltender Sean Hogan. What a tournament he had. He was, he did everything you could ask of him in that net. The captain, Matt Butler, number 2, another great young hockey player. Sean Brown on the blue line for the Hitmen. He had a pretty good tournament as well. Ryan Daw, here's a guy who's got a future ahead of him as well. Big guy on the blue line.
Bunch of block shots today as well. Really knows how to step in front of the puck.
Jack Marnell, now Carter Parsons as well, getting their silver medals. Jacob McGraw getting his. Andy Knight, a guy who, again, I thought had a great game today, had a great tournament all around. Elliot Wright, another big forward. He's really punishing on the forecheck. Jehu Hako. Look at the size of this kid.
Yeah, I was about to say he can protect the puck really well.
He positions his body so well when he has the puck. Noah Smith, and then Nolan Avery. Incredible passer, Nolan Avery. Then Carter Hines. We've continued to sing his praises. Luke Marnell, a good, strong forward. Elias Marner, another good, strong forward. You look at this St. John's Hitmen team, and you look at the fact that the Hitmen Bantam made it to provincials as well. You got the feeling this Hitmen organization all the way up, they've got